Glad to have you join us on this episode of the Nigerian Navy Today. I am Jibrin Baba Ndache. Hydrographic survey and dredging of sea routes are very important nautical activities that helps in safe navigation of ships and vessels. On Thursday, 11th May 2023, history was made in Imo State when Vice President Professor Yemi Osibanjo flagged off an economic transformation project, the hydrographic survey dredging of sea routes from Oguta Lake to the Atlantic Ocean. The Nigerian Navy Today will bring you highlights from this epoch-making event. This and other regular segments of the program will make your viewing delight. Please stay with us.
On Monday, 15th May 2023, the Managing Director, Country Chair of Shell Petroleum Development Corporation, Mr. Osagi Okunbo, and his team were at the Naval Headquarters on a courtesy visit to the Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Awa Zuberu Gambo. The visit, amongst other things, will strengthen and explore the expertise and experience of both the Nigerian Navy and Shell Petroleum Corporation for a mutually beneficial relationship. Earlier, the Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Awa Zuberu Gambo, CFR, was in attendance at the 10th National Assembly Induction and Orientation held in Abuja on Wednesday, 10th May 2023. The induction and orientation program aims to equip the lawmakers with the necessary knowledge and skills to effectively carry out their duties and fulfill their obligations to their constituents and the nation as a whole. It also promotes understanding among the members, encourages cooperation, and fosters a sense of unity in working towards the common goal of good governance.
I, Vice Admiral Awal Zubair Gambo, Chief of the Naval Staff, on behalf of officers, ratings and civilian staff of the Nigerian Navy, cordially welcome all our invited distinguished guests to the Presidential Fleet Review 2023 with the theme Fleet Readiness for National Prosperity. We are also honored to be hosting His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari, Grand Commander of the Federal Republic, who will review the recapitalized Nigerian Navy fleet and commission several platforms recently acquired during his administration. This and many others undoubtedly will poise the Nigerian Navy to support the federal government's sustainable development of our blue economy.
The event will hold on Friday 19th to Monday 22nd May 2023. Some key activities during the period are the Maritime Discourse on Saturday 20th May 2023 and Presidential Fleet Review proper on Monday 22nd May 2023. All at the Naval Dockyard Limited, Victoria Island, Lagos by 9 a.m. daily. Nigerian Navy, onward together.
Nigeria's vast underutilized blue economy offers huge opportunities for growth and development. The blue economy, according to experts, is the sustainable use of ocean resources for economic growth and improved livelihoods, whilst preserving the health of ocean ecosystems. For Nigeria, the blue economy offers a whole new vista of opportunity for economic activity, especially in areas close to the ocean. With increasing awareness and efforts aimed at exploring the huge benefits inherent in the sea The federal government, through its agencies, is working tirelessly to ensure that Nigeria, like other nations with large water body, takes stock of what is out there in the nation's waters. Stock of what she has in terms of what job creation, growth of coastal communities, enhanced transportation of humans and cargo potentials, renew and sustain the environment, reduce poverty, and make the nation competitive by maximizing its competitive oceanic advantages. It is on this premise that the hydrographic survey and dredging of sea routes are important activities to gather accurate and up-to-date information about the depth, shape, and features of the seabed. This data helps in creating nautical charts and maps that are essential for safe navigation of ships and vessels. Dredging involves removing sediment, silt, and other materials from the seabed to maintain or deepen the navigational channels, ensuring that ships can pass through without running aground or encountering any obstructions. On Thursday, 11th May 2023, history was made in Imo State when the Vice President Professor Yemi Osinbajo flagged off an economic transformation project, the hydrographic survey and dredging of sea route from Oguta Lake to the Atlantic Ocean. Present at ceremony held at the Naval Base Oguta were the Chief of Defense Staff, General Lucky Rabo, the Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Awa Zubairu Gambo, and the Minister for Trade and Investment, Chief Ni Adebayo. The Oni of Ife, Oba Adeyeye Ogunwosi Oniton, the Obi of Onitsha, His Royal Majesty Alfred Nnaemeka Achebe, the Eze Imo, His Royal Majesty Isi Okeke, and a host of other monarchs were also present at the flag-off ceremony. The survey, which is a clearance of the entire route from Oguta Lake to Orashi River to Degema and the Atlantic Ocean, was initiated by Governor Hope Uzodimma to open up the economic corridor in the southeast and enhance maritime security in the Niger Delta region. Executed under a partnership with the Nigerian Navy and a consortium of international companies, essentially a private-public partnership arrangement. The Vice President expressed delight, noting that the project was approved by President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR.
It's a very special pleasure for me to join you at this historic flag-off of the hydrographic survey and dredging of the proposed sea route from Oguta Lake, Orashi, Degema to the Atlantic Ocean. This project is a vital collaboration between the state government, the Nigerian Navy, and a consortium of technical partners. It was initiated and approved under the stewardship of President Muhammadu Buhari and Governor Hope Uzodimma.
He said the project is to revive the economic channels and enhance coastal connectivity and ensure security on the stretch of the two rivers, opening up to the Atlantic Ocean.
Today, we aim to revive this once vibrant and economically strategic channel, furthering job creation and sustainable growth in Imo State and the entire Southeast region, and indeed our nation. By enhancing coastal connectivity and facilitating seamless transportation, the project will promote trade and investment and spur growth in multiple sectors, including shipping, manufacturing, agriculture, and also offer numerous opportunities for the people.
Adding that the project, when completed, will offer economic opportunities to the host communities, Imo State and Nigeria in general.
A secure environment paves the way for thriving business and increased revenue for all parties, including states and the federal government. As improved access to the sea stimulates exports and imports, the coastal communities in these parts will be better positioned to reap the benefits of increased trade and income. And there is no better time to have set this in motion than now.
Vice President Oshinbajo says the federal government will support the Imo State government to bring the dredging of Oguta Lake and Orashi River development project to fruition and urged all to join hands to achieve the project.
You can rest assured that the federal government will continue its support to the state in ensuring that we bring this project to fruition and realize its full capabilities. But none of this can be done without the full support of the community, who without doubt remain invaluable partners in unlocking the vast potential of this region. Your participation, understanding, and cooperation are essential in overcoming any challenges that may arise during the implementation phase. I therefore urge you all to join hands with the state government and stakeholders to ensure a seamless execution that benefits everyone. By working together, we can create a vibrant economic corridor and transform our community and benefit all of us for generations to come.
Professor Oshinbajo commended the foresight and political will of Governor Hope Uzodimma, describing the project as a game changer for the governor.
Let me especially commend the foresight and political pragmatism of your dynamic governor, His Excellency Hope Uzodimma, who I call the Great Hope always. Aside from the numerous infrastructure projects that he has undertaken in barely 3 years, and I've been here to commission several road projects, he has also mastered the art of close collaboration with the federal government for the benefit of this state and the Southeast region.
Say that the project is a unique one that comes with its economic transformation, opening Imo State as a gateway to other West African countries.
But this project that we are here today to flag off is a unique one. There are projects and there are projects. This is an economic transformation project. It is a game changer. It is a game changer for Imo State, Nigeria, and the west coast of Africa. It is one of those one-of-a-kind projects whose benefits have always been glaring, but vision, courage, and tenacity were required to bring it to fruition. And we all owe Governor Hope Uzodimma gratitude for bringing hope to our nation and our sub-region.
Governor Hope Uzodimma expressed gratitude to President Muhammadu Buhari, whom he said God used to make the day possible.
Our immeasurable gratitude goes to President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, through whom God has made this day possible. We thank the President of Nigeria. We thank him for so many things he has done to the people of Imo State and indeed in Igbo.
Governor Uzodimma was also full of appreciation to the Vice President, the Chief of Defense Staff, the Chief of Naval Staff, and other invited guests for being physically present, saying that the project is for trade and investment, economic transformation, and fight against crude oil theft and pipeline vandalism.
At this juncture, let us pause to formally and most warmly welcome the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osibanjo, for agreeing to be here in person today, despite his busy schedule, for the concern and support he has given to me and the people of Imo State since my assumption into office as the Governor of Imo State. I want to thank the Chief of Defense Staff, General Lucky Irawo, for being here today despite the shortness of the notice issued to him. Like the President General of Ohanese have said, he is our brother, one of our best and brightest. The Chief of Naval Staff, we must thank you on behalf of the government and people of Imo State for the support, for the concern, for rescuing us from the hands of criminals, for the rugged way you fought crude oil theft in our waterways. We want to thank you, and through you, the Nigerian Navy.
He says the success of the project will bring unquantifiable economic growth to Imo State, the Southeast, and Nigeria at large.
I am confident and optimistic that the people of Southeast will experience economic boom when this project is fully realized. This will manifest not only in increased trade activities, but also in the form of additional employment opportunities for citizens of Imo State and indeed the Southeast region as a whole.
In his goodwill message, the Chief of Defense Staff, General Lucky Rabo, commended the dexterity of the governor in pursuing the project, acknowledging that the overall objective of the project is creating economic and security environment along the river and the communities on the coast.
What we're witnessing is actually seen beyond the facade of war fighting to which the armed forces is engaged in. That's why I'd like to use this opportunity to thank His Excellency, the Governor of Imo State, for understanding the critical role of the military, and in this case, the Nigerian Navy, identifying the resources available, which can add up in no small measure to economic development as a subset of creating the right environment for the liberty and freedoms of our peoples. Today, I'd like to say that what we are witnessing, and indeed what project certainly we end up in, will significantly improve on the security of not just this environment, but equally the economic stability of every of the communities along the riverbank that this project will be touching.
He thanked President Muhammadu Buhari GCFR for giving their approval and promised that the armed forces will leverage on their approval to support the realization of the project.
I'd like to once again thank you, and by extension thank the special guest of honor, and of course His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari, the President of Nigeria, who of course has given us the leverage to be able to build our capacities that has made it possible for us to make this contribution in this regard.
The Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Awa Zubairu Gambo, described the project as a medium for transportation of goods and services, for curbing criminal activities and reducing oil theft in the area.
Pre-dredging hydrographic survey of this critical river access could not have come at a better time than now. The route is undoubtedly critical because successful completion dredging will provide the Nigerian Navy opportunity to deploy bigger platforms that will patrol from the Atlantic Ocean to the hinterland up to Oguta Lake. Obviously, this will fill observed maritime security gaps along the river, thereby providing enabling environment for wealth generation and other legitimate maritime activities. This will boost socio-economic development of Imo State with attendant positive impacts on Nigeria's economy.
The Chief of the Naval Staff went down memory lane, stating how Nigeria's inland waters, including the river route from Oguta Lake to the Atlantic Ocean, was used for trade by the British colonial government, the unfortunate neglect since independence, and how the channel became a haven for criminal elements.
History has it that during the colonial era, Nigeria's inland waters, including the river route from Oguta Lake to the Atlantic Ocean, were extensively used for trade by the British colonial government.
Unfortunately, the river route from Oguta Lake to the Atlantic Ocean via Orashi River has remained largely underutilized since independence due to underdevelopment to support safe navigation by sundry vessels. Currently, the river access route from Oguta to the Atlantic is neither surveyed nor charted. Additionally, the route has never been dredged, and there are no navigational aids to facilitate safe navigation. This exposes the river route for utilization by criminals to perpetrate all kinds of nefarious acts, economic sabotage, and other maritime crimes.
The Navy boss stated that the Nigerian Navy in 2021 secured approval of the Nigerian Navy Board to establish a naval base in Oguta, a reality hosting the epoch-making ceremony.
It is against this background that the Nigerian Navy secured approval of the Nigerian Navy Board 4 of 2021 to establish a naval base here in Oguta. Accordingly, Naval Base Oguta, on whose premises we are gathered, commenced operation in August 2021 through the support of the federal government and the good people of Imo State and its government. I am glad to mention that since the establishment of the base, illegal bunkering and crude oil theft along Oguta Lake to the Atlantic Ocean significantly reduced by 65%.
The Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Awa Zubairu Gambo, expresses appreciation to the Commander-in-Chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, for his support to the Navy. A support base that has seen the tremendous recapitalization of the Nigerian Navy fleet.
I want to appreciate the tremendous recapitalization of the Nigerian Navy by the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, Grand Commander of the Federal Republic, which has enhanced capacity of the Nigerian Navy to provide effective hydrographic service delivery for improved maritime security towards sustainable economic development of Nigeria.
He assured of the Nigerian Navy's support and commended the governor for partnering with the Navy, saying that the Navy is poised to provide the needed security and enjoin the community to take ownership of the project for their overall benefit.
I also wish to thank the government of Imo State and its good people under the astute leadership of His Excellency, Governor Hope Uzodinma, for partnering with the Nigerian Navy. We remain immensely grateful. I am optimistic that the Nigerian Navy is fully poised to provide needed support for security and actualization of Oguta Lake and Orashi River development and access to the sea projects. To the host communities along the river banks, I implore you all to take ownership of this project, as it will surely impact positively on your collective and individual security, as well as socio-economic development of all your areas.
The facilitation of trade and transportation, support for port infrastructure, consideration and identification of sensitive habitats, marine ecosystems, and underwater features that need protection, as well as coastal management and flood prevention by removing excess sediment and maintaining adequate depths in waterways, dredging to help manage water flow, reduce the risk of flooding in coastal areas, and prevent sediment buildup in harbors and estuaries are some of the benefits associated with this survey and dredging of water channels.
I, Vice Admiral Awal Zubair Gambo, Chief of the Naval Staff, on behalf of officers, ratings and civilian staff of the Nigerian Navy, cordially welcome all our invited distinguished guests to the Presidential Fleet Review 2023 with the theme Fleet Readiness for National Prosperity. We are also honored to be hosting His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari, Grand Commander of the Federal Republic, who will review the recapitalized Nigerian Navy fleet and commission several platforms recently acquired during his administration. This and many others undoubtedly will poise the Nigerian Navy to support the federal government's sustainable development of our blue economy.
The event will hold on Friday 19th to Monday 22nd May 2023. Some key activities during the period are the Maritime Discourse on Saturday 20th May 2023 and Presidential Fleet Review proper on Monday 22nd May 2023. All at the Naval Dockyard Limited, Victoria Island, Lagos by 9 a.m. daily. Nigerian Navy, onward together.
Thank you for being a part of the program. Please do join us for yet another episode. Always support the Nigerian Navy. I am Jibrin Baba Ndachi. Onward together.
Information is power. Everyone wants power. So feel powerful with the NTA News mobile app, the one-stop information center.